What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Y'all all right? Let me adjust this camera real quick, and let me be right back. All right, much better. Much better, much better, much better. How you guys doing today? You guys have a good Memorial Day weekend? We can get this live stream going. We're supposed to go in at 5:30 or 5:45, but as usual, I forget things and I left half of the streaming stuff at the dealership, and well, can't stream without it, so Itzy, had to run down to Walmart and pick up a few stuff. So that's why we had to start off a little bit later than normal. But glad we got it going. I guess I got some extra stuff to keep here and at the dealership. So yeah, it is what it is. It's always nice to have spare parts. So we're gonna go over what kind of went and happened this week, what we got planned for this week coming up, and it's Memorial Weekend. We didn't work today, which I don't know, cost me a lot of money not going to work. So by me spending money, because
my bad.
You turned everything off or no?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So when I'm not working, we're spending money. And that's why I like to work so much, because if I'm not at work, that means I got more time to spend money. So if I'm working, I can't spend money. So that's how it works out. He's still trying to set up a few stuff as we're going, but we're just gonna wait for a few more people to get tuned in here. Comment down below, what'd you guys do today? Did you guys go to the beach, go to the pool? What did y'all do? And while you guys are typing in there, hopefully I'm getting everything that we're gonna go through right now. But let me turn down this light a bit. It keeps jacking with all this stuff and messing it all up for some reason. I think this little thing is pretty glitchy.
What are you saying?
Alright, here we go. It looks like this light's gonna go out.
Okay, I'll fix it.
Just flickering, flickering, flickering. Alright, we got some people in here. So, I'll recap this week. We ended up selling our C6 Corvette, which is pretty cool. And turn it down a bit. It's pretty bright. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about here. And it was kind of a weird sell because it cost me a lot to do this. I'll tell you what I mean.
The fan is working?
Mm-hmm. Fan's on. That's on.
Perfect.
Alrighty. Always some technical difficulties during all this stuff.
Technical difficulty.
But let's see here.
This is the charger of the laptop if you need it.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it right here so you can see it.
Alright. So let me share my screen with you guys here. What's up, Reggie? We're doing a recap for this last week and what we got coming up here. So I'm just trying to find some pictures real quick. Monday Fun Day. Yeah, the zero. You know, I didn't want to make it too obvious. Well, I'm wearing a 01 shirt right now, but I didn't want to make it too obvious, so I was, and nobody guessed it. I told Itzy, she's like, "Oh, the 01's gonna be your favorite." I was like, "Yeah," But I really like that Spy Mobile. Apparently that Henry J or whatever it is, that Spy Mobile car. I was going to put that as the favorite. Nobody guessed it, but somebody did guess the ZR1 very first, which, yeah, duh. And then I'm like, okay, well, I can't make it that obvious. So I was like, let me do the Chevelle. And then the very first guy that guessed the ZR1, he's like, if it's not the ZR1, it's the Chevelle. So I'm going to have to choose that guy as the winner, even though nobody said the Henry J. Because I did like that. Was a pretty cool car. I've never seen it, and it looked brand new. And it's just something different. So nobody even guessed it. So maybe I shouldn't give it out to anybody, but I'll give it out to that guy. Monday, fun day. Yeah, we didn't work today. We had the day off, which I wish we worked, because this past 2 days of me being off, I've spent so much freaking money. It's unbelievable. I think I've spent $1,000 between yesterday and today. So that's why I think I like working every day, because if you're at work, you can't spend any money. All right. So we sold our C7 Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon, we sold our C7 Corvette to this fine gentleman, Dan. It was his dream car, and he had a 2022 Camaro that he had to trade in. So this was not a very good deal for me personally, because one, I had to take a trade-in, so I really didn't get any money on my Corvette till I saw his trade-in. But more specifically, it's a 2022 model car. I don't like to deal in that later model stuff, especially if it's not a Corvette. So it being like, it's what, 3 years old? I don't feel comfortable handling that kind of cars, because that market changes so quick when new models come out, and mileage kills, the value on those cars. And I just, not an expert in that stuff. So to make this deal happen, I wanted to get rid of this Corvette. Yeah, he'll enjoy this Corvette much more. This was a really cool car, and I was driving it. He came to the dealership looking for it, and I was at the bank in it. He held him there, luckily. But yeah, beautiful car. This is the one he bought. Here he is right here with his wife, his dream car. That's his Camaro in the background. The Camaro is a 6-speed, but getting to my point, he still owed money on his Camaro. He owed $36,000, in fact. So not only did I have to try to get him financing at a bank, which they make me pay a fee for financing, now I got to pay off his $36,000 loan tomorrow. So technically, I'm out my cost on my Corvette, and now I'm out my cost on paying off his loan, and I still have no money in here yet. So I'm out close to $80,000 to make this deal happen. And I don't get any profit till I sell his Camaro. So that's why I don't like doing trades, especially ones with big payoffs. So here's the Camaro he traded in. I didn't take that many pictures of it, just because it was pretty dirty. But right now, actually, I just put a price up there really quick, so if people were looking over the weekend. So it's got 17,800 miles on it. It's a 2022. It is a 6-speed. It does have a clean history report, but we all know how that goes on my black Corvette. That's another story, but we'll go through this one first. So here's a 2022 Camaro SS, kind of like this metallic gray. It does have a custom exhaust to it. It does have the Recaro racing seats. It is 6-speed standard, but no heads-up display. Pretty basic car. How's the Camaro market? I got no clue. That's why I'm worried about it. I don't deal in this later model stuff, and I don't really deal in Camaros that much. But we're going to find out right here, actually. So that's what I'm going to do right now. We're going to copy this VIN. I asked him that too. He said they're stock. He said they, because they looked aftermarket to me. And I was like, are these aftermarket? He says, no, they're stock. This is when they came out with the new revised headlights. or taillights. I was like, okay, cool. I don't know much about Camaros, but he said it is stock. But we are going to go to my favorite website you guys seen. I've already had it in here. Visor. So I've looked up 2022 Chevrolet Camaros 1SS trim with 0 to 25,000 miles. Yeah, I don't know much about these newer ones either. I really enjoy your videos and channel. You and your girlfriend live together are fun to watch. Interactions too. Oh, thank you. Itzy will be in here pretty soon. She's mad at me right now. She'll be here soon. But I made her drive all over town to get the equipment for this. To do live streams, it's not as easy as having a camera. Yeah, you need a lot more stuff than a camera. If you looked, like, you just see me right now, but if you actually looked and see what I have a tripod, camera lights, cords all over the place, little boxes here, 2 screens here, fans, microphone. So it takes a lot of wires and stuff, and I forgot half of it at the dealership, and obviously I'm not at the dealership, so she had to go to Walmart and go buy some of the stuff I left behind, all in about 15 minutes. Alright, so we're going through all the Camaros for sale in the nation by dealership that are 2022s, 1SS trim, like mine, that have between 0 to 25,000 miles. And we're going to try to see where mine's priced up at right now. We may adjust the price here. Here's newest, so you can see mine. But I want to go to highest miles. So we're going to adjust it to highest miles, close to that. So I set the highest, I set the parameter at 25, so it's going to top out at 25. There's a lot more with more miles. But here's one 25,000 miles for 48,000, 22 for 35. That seems really cheap. I don't know why it's that cheap, personally. I don't know why it is that cheap. But it seems like they've been dropping the price consistently for a long time, so that's not good news for me. No, Walmart. I just got home from working at Walmart. Where was that discount code? Oh. Yeah, we could have used that discount code at Walmart. Yeah, that's probably is true. It's white and it's a convertible. I mean, that's kind of a weird combination to sell on a Camaro, I would imagine. This one's pretty cool. Here's a 2022, well, they're all 2022s. Here's one with 22,000 miles for 49,000, 21,000 miles for 45. No price. 20,000 for 40,000, 20,000 for 48,000. Mine has 17,000. I got it priced at 43,995. That's a great question. 10% off, yeah, doesn't help out very much. That is a great question. So let me change to this right here and we'll find out. Let me log into one of the banks that I use and let's see what the loan value is. But I don't like to use this one that much as a guide because they are really high on some cars. On Corvettes, they're horrible. So the story on this Corvette, he came in, he had good credit. It was 700. And ideally, I don't like to finance with this bank that I use because it's for people with subpar credit, like high 500s, low 600s. And if you have a 700, you should be able to get approved at any local bank or credit union, right? And with this bank, I have to pay a fee for them to approve the deal. So like if I sell a car for 40,000, I'm only going to get a check for like 36,000 or 37,000 because they're going to charge me a couple of $1,000 fee for financing it. And so especially in that C7 where I had a ton of money in it, I don't have much room. I really don't have any room to give up in that deal. But he wanted that car today. He didn't want to deal with banks or any of that stuff. So I kind of just weaseled. I kind of just scraped by in the deal. So now I have to make a killing on his car to try to make profit for both the cars, I guess. Or wholesale his car and hopefully just call it a wash. But I needed to get rid of that C7 because I've spent a lot of money on cars this last 2 weeks. And I need some cash. I need some cash. I don't know if I'm clicking a button. I don't think it did anything. Can you guys hear sounds?
Sold, sold, sold.
There you go. Took for.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay, it's lagging a bit, but we'll get here. I'm trying to sign in. I think the Wi-Fi is getting kind of bad. All right, cool, cool. Can't gesture voice. Yeah, I clicked another one. Can you guys hear show me the money?
Show me the money!
There we go, there we go. Now it's working. All right. All right, perfect. Okay, I'll show you guys this. I'm showing you guys behind the scenes. So here is my 2022 Camaro, 17,000 miles. So the bank I use does not really like to finance sports cars, so they cut it up really bad. So their loan value on this thing is $36,000. Now, that's not very good. And you can see it has in here, it's cost us $36,405. That's not really true. That's just what I brought the car in for. His payoff was $36,000, and I had to pay a couple of thousand in bank fees. But I just brought that car in so low that I just killed all the profit on my Corvette. So it's kind of just like we traded cars, I guess. And now I'm trying to sell a Camaro, is the way I'm looking at it. But so this profit's gonna have to make up for 2 cars. That's why I brought it in so cheap. I should have brought it. A normal dealership would have brought it in for like 38 grand on this specific deal I worked, but it is what it is. Anyways, so this bank specifically, I think if somebody has a decent credit and income, I could make a decent amount of money. It says I could sell it for around 34 or 43,000, and then they'll give you some extra room to go up on that as well. So that's what it is. So actually, I'm going to go in here and put 44,000. Add that into my inventory. So let's go back over here. All right, so back at 20,000 miles right here. They got priced at 48. Mine's at 17 at 43.9. Here's one 14,000 miles convertible, 46,000. Here's one 12,000 miles, 50,000. So they're up there in price, these Camaros. So I don't know. I think mine's priced fairly okay. I could probably lower it to $1,000 to get a lot more action on it. But I just wanted to leave it at that for now. MMR on it is crazy. So let's go to MMR. We're going to look at some cars here too. Yeah, I kind of counting on the 6-speed. Like I told the guy who traded it in, I said, dude, I really don't want your car. But the only thing I'm counting on is that somebody wants a 6-speed. And I'm sure they are very uncommon to find. So if somebody's looking for a 6-speed, low miles, decent price, that should be one. Oops, I need to copy the VIN. So I'm going to show you what wholesale value is on it. and why I kind of took it on trade. Yeah, I looked up what I just showed you guys. I figured around 43 grand would be kind of aggressively priced for it being a 6-speed. But this right here is wholesale value. Wholesale value is around 41,000, I believe. Yeah, 40,800 is wholesale value. Retail value, I mean, it kind of doesn't make sense to pay 41,000 for cars sold for 42 too. So obviously they're selling for more than that. So I think worst case scenario, I can wholesale the car for around 39 to 40 grand, and that's quick. Like if I called so the way, like I did my Mercedes, I don't list it on an auction per se personally because people don't know Stingrayalley as a wholesaler. They know Stingrayalley as a retailer. So if I take something to an auction, they're going to assume something's wrong with it because why wouldn't I retail it? So they won't have as much confidence in buying it through an auction. So what I have to do is I have to sell it to a wholesaler who then resells it at a dealer auction. So I have to sell it to my wholesaler under this number. That way he can gamble on it to see if it will bring this number or more. Does that make sense? So I can't really sell it at an auction because I won't get this number personally. But so if I can probably sell it for around 39 grand, and it should leave the wholesaler a few grand to ship it, and possibly make it a couple of thousand. They made 3,000 off the Mercedes I sold them. So here's some recent sales, and this is what confused me. So here's one with 4,300 miles that sold for $44,000. So you got some fans on board. Let's get it. Thank you, George. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. So this is what really confused me right here. 44,800 with 4,300 miles sold. Here's one with 22,000 miles, and it sold a month ago for 44,000. So and it's the same car. They're both 6 speeds. They're both blue. So I don't know. Did the market fall because they're the same price, and this one has what, 17,000 less miles on it? So this, I don't know. A week or so, see when comes in and buys it, get your money. Yeah, so I have to wait regardless, which sucks because he had a payoff on it. So tomorrow I actually have to pay off his loan, and now I gotta wait for the title. The wholesaler or auction won't pay me anyways unless I have a title for it. So regardless, my hands are tied. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wait a couple weeks to try to retail it. So hopefully somebody comes in, wants to retail it. But you see how wholesale and retail is jacked up? So these are wholesale numbers right here. It says 6 months ago it was 37,000, past 30 days 43.3, last year 43.3. Projected next month's average is about to stay the same. But look at the retail. So wholesale is 43,000, yet retail is 42,000. Now, how does that make sense? Now, obviously, here's a range right here up to 46,000, but I don't know. I don't know. That's why I don't like to deal in newer market stuff. But let me tell you a story on this Corvette. You guys may laugh. You guys may feel bad for me. I don't know. It is my fault, sorta. So you guys know I've been low on Corvettes, and I've been needing a C6. And a lady called me up, and let me see if I can find the video. Let me see if I can find this video right here.
Which one?
I post so many videos, it's hard to find them. Here it is, right here.
We want you to purchase.
With Miss Veronica, we just purchased her 2011 Corvette. Her baby doll. She's sad to get rid of it. She got a lot of offers other places. She told me what she wanted for it. Did I negotiate with you?
You gave it to me.
Didn't even negotiate with
easy.
you.
We're local here, and we're beating the big boys, corporations and stuff. So buy local, choose us, and you'll be happy.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. So this lady came in. Well, she called in early that morning, and she said, "I got a Corvette for sale. Do you guys buy Corvettes or take consignments?" I said, "Well, I'd rather buy the car than consignment, but what do you want to do?" She says, "Well, I have an appointment with CarMax to sell my car at 2 p.m. And I just thought about you guys, that you guys sell Corvettes, and I figured you guys may be interested or may want a shot on it before I go to CarMax." And she kept telling me, "You sure you don't want the VIN number? You sure you don't want to run the VIN number? This and that." And I don't need it, because if she comes over here, I can just scan it with my phone and do whatever I got to do in a few seconds. But she kept making it a point that I should scan for something. Actually, I don't know why this says automatic transmission. Anyways, I need to change this. I don't know why that says automatic. But it is automatic, actually. Yeah. So she comes in, and she's like, "Well, I've been getting lowballed all over the place. Some dealerships offered me 19,000. Some place offered me 21,000. CarMax was the highest at like 24.5, 24.3. I'm fixing to go sell it, possibly." And granted, I was a little hungover, okay? Just a little bit hungover that day. Little tired. And I was like, "Well, ma'am, what does it take to buy the car? Like, are you going to take it to CarMax and still try to negotiate with them? Or are you going to accept their offer?" She's like, "No, I'm going to negotiate with them a bit." I said, "Okay, well, what does it take to actually buy your car?" She gave me a number, and I said, "You know what? That'll work." Went to the office, wrote her a check for it, gave it to her. And over the course of the time, she told me, "Yeah, the car was in a, we wrecked the front bumper a bit. We hit the front bumper. My friend was driving it. He hit the front bumper on it, and we got it all repaired." Well, I pulled a history report on it, auto check. Auto check is what banks use, and financial institutions and most dealerships. Came up clean. No wrecks, no accidents, or anything. And I was like, "Well, that's weird." I said, "Nothing comes up." She's like, "Well, I know what it was. We wrecked and we got the bumper fixed, and the last dealership we got appraised on said it popped up, and that's why they're only offering us $23,000. Hey, Nick, what's up, buddy? So I was like, okay, I didn't think anything of it. Auto check was clean, which you can see it right here. Clean, 2 owners, no accidents. And so this is all what I'm pulling up while I'm slightly hungover and tired, listening to her while I'm writing her a check for $20-some thousand. Well, it is not a cheap car. What's up, John? And it has 8,000 miles on it. So I was like, it can't be that bad. And the car's like brand new. So I pay her the check, and she leaves. And I start going through all the receipts of the vehicle, and look at the car. The car's super, super clean. And she says the front bumper's perfect, everything. And I'm going through all the receipts and records, and I find a bill for $17,000. Here's all the receipts and stuff. I find one for $17,000. I'm like, what the hell? What do you spend $17,000 on? So I start looking at it, and it looks a lot more than a bumper. So I was like, oh man, I gotta pull a Carfax. I don't really like doing Carfaxes because they're $45 a pop, and auto check is just as good. But I'm gonna chance it. So I showed you guys the auto check. Look at the Carfax. Airbag deployed. 2 previous owners. Moderate damage. Airbag deployed. So no wonder why this girl was getting lowballed. And she never even told me the airbag got deployed in it. Yeah. Yeah, so her front bumper damage was an airbag. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So auto check's still clean. I just pulled it up for you guys. So that's why, like, I wasn't worried about it when she was on the phone. I was like, I'll just scan the auto check when she gets here. No accidents. You know, I could probably call auto check. What's this say? This vehicle auto check qualifies for auto check buyback protection if you obtain a report from a dealer and the dealer has been provided with the terms, blah, 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 these buybacks. Maybe I can call them and maybe I'll retell it to auto check. You think that'll work? But, yeah. So, I don't really know how this one's going to play out. I paid her a lot of money for it because, one, I'm very low on Corvettes right now, actually. I think we only have one Corvette in stock, and I think that one's about to be sold tomorrow. It's my 76 Corvette. I've been working with this guy for about 2 or 3 days. He's supposed to hear back from his bank tomorrow. So that's my only Corvette left. So once I sell that, I'm out. So I needed a Corvette. I needed a C6. I needed something that was not red or silver, because all my cars are red or silver. And it has 8,000 miles on it. So I was thinking in my head, okay, this is a car that, one's not red or silver, C6 I need, extremely low miles, super clean. This is a car that I don't need to sell. It's a car that will sell itself. Yeah, red always sells, that's my dad's saying, but when your whole car lot's red and silver, it looks weird. So I paid a lot of money for this car. I beat everybody's offers, as you guys saw in the video. I just paid her exactly what she wanted for it. And it was just a car I thought I could post online, and it sells itself. Well, now I got hit with a little surprise that now I have to overcome this stupid Carfax report. Which, if I never pulled it, I would have never known. But now that I do know, I'm just letting other people know. So MMR on this car is actually pretty high. MMR on it with the miles is, I mean, this car is freaking clean. Let's just put 4.5. MMR's actually dropped a bit. Yeah, MMR's dropped a bit since Saturday. This was a 30,000 MMR car. But let's see here. There's none that's even sold with this mileage range, but here's one with 45,000 miles that sold for 25. And this is wholesale prices: 41,000, 24, 29,000, 27. So mine's got 8,000 miles on it. That's crazy. It looks great. Yeah, it does look great. Really, what do you think it's worth? Never mind. I see. So what do I think it's worth? So I bought the car thinking it was worth $35,500 is what I priced online for. That's what I thought I could retail it at. That was my goal. Now I don't know. It's priced pretty competitively, but it obviously needs to be because it's got that stupid freaking Carfax on it now. Do I still have that BMW? Which BMW? Let's see here. I'm trying to copy and paste this thing, but I don't have my mouse because I forgot it.
Might be a BMW.
Alright, so it pulls mine up, but we're going to exit this, and it's going to pull up all the other ones for sale in the nation. So let's go with lowest miles. So I guess mine right now is the lowest mileage one for sale in the nation. That's a 2011. Thank you. So that's good. That's why I bought it. So lowest miles, 8,000, got a price at 32,500. 9,000, he's got a price at 34,000. 13,000, 36,000. 15,000, 35,000. At this price range, okay, I don't think. Let me drink this real quick. there's two reasons to buy a car. One, if you're going to drive it, keep it, and enjoy it with no plan of selling. Two, you plan to buy it and drive it for a year or two, then sell it. Now, on this car specifically, if it's the second option, you'll run into the situation, you may not run into the situation, like personally, nobody here would know if this car had a bad Carfax, because nobody runs their own Carfaxes. I don't even run Carfaxes. I would typically just apply an auto check, because that's usually always good, and nobody would know the difference. I would have known the difference. But I dug a little deeper, found out, and I would feel bad to sell it to somebody that wouldn't have known about it, knowing that I know. But so that's why I'm letting everybody know about it. But from a private party perspective, nobody's going to run a Carfax on it, so they wouldn't really know. But if you were to buy it and plan to resell it, you'd run into the situation of, one, do you tell the person about it? Or two, they do pull it, and then you have to convince them that, one, it's still a clean title, there's not a bad title on the car, everything's put back together well, and then I guess it just brings more negotiation into it. So that's the thing about this thing, is the car itself's good, the value I think is still good compared to all the other ones. I think I priced it $4,000 or $5,000 cheaper than all the other comparable miles. So I think that's more enough leeway for people to get over that fact. Am I worried about that in the future? So, yeah, thanks, Reggie. I'm not a scammer. Yeah, exactly. Still got 8,000 miles on it. So, the point I'm trying to make is, if you were to buy it for yourself and keep it for longevity, no, it doesn't matter, because you have no plans of selling it. You're going to drive it. The longer you drive it, the more it kind of goes down in value anyways. But if you bought it to resell it, that's one of the tougher ones. It is the lowest mileage car on the market, but it's just, you got to overcome that little hump to it. It's not a salvage title. Banks still finance it, but once you tell somebody an airbag deployed in it, it's hard for their mind to get around that part. So, but to answer your original question, I think I have it priced pretty aggressively. Or am I worried about situations like that? Yeah, John, that Camaro SS I got is pretty cool. I'm not really a Camaro guy, but it is a really cool car. I've only drove it once because it was kind of dirty, so I'm going to get it cleaned up tomorrow, and I'll probably drive it for a bit. I always like driving standard cars. So for this to happen in the future, go to this camera real quick. Am I worried about this happening in the future? There's no way I could have prevented this. That's kind of the silver lining, is there's no way I could have prevented it, because one, I don't use Carfax on a regular basis. AutoCheck always seems to work out and have everything. Sometimes AutoCheck has more stuff than Carfax. It's kind of like credit bureaus. One credit bureau has one thing, another one has something else, this, that. But overall, AutoCheck's been good. Unless the lady told me, which she didn't, there's no way for me to know. Or I'd have to sit there and go through every single receipt, which this one has receipts since brand new, and there's a ton. It took me 15-20 minutes just to find that one receipt. So unless I actually sat there and went through every single receipt while she was there, which would be kind of weird, I was hungover that day, and I wouldn't really normally do that anyways, there wasn't a way for me to find out. And I could be worried about it, but if you're worried about something so much, it's going to stop you from buying cars. And we're in the business of buying and selling cars, so I don't want it to jack with my head. You just take the punch and roll. And thank you, Reggie. Thank you. Try to be trustworthy. What in the heck kind of foolish customers you got go through your door that people don't do their due diligence and do cover up in here in Canada? I won't touch it. A a lot of people do not care about history reports. I can tell you about 99% of people don't even ask for a history report that I sell a car to. Crumple zones, airbags go off so easily. Depending on count. Yeah, so that's the other point too. So it did hit the bumper, and on the Corvettes, you get a decent little tap to it, it's gonna set it off. So it doesn't even have to be like a major wreck, and you could just tap it and they'll set it off. Yeah, it'll work out. It's just one of those things. So again, I do think I have it priced competitively. I had a few people reach out, but the problem is, for me personally, is a lot of people in my town don't have the best of credit, and the one bank that I use that deals with semi-okay credit, they don't value sports cars that high. So, like, I think loan value on this, not excluding the history report, just in general, assume it had perfect history report, which actually in its system it does because they use auto check, so an accident doesn't even come up on their history report. Their loan value on this car is like 20 grand, which is insane. They don't like to finance two-door sports cars at the bank that I use. So this would have to go through somebody else's bank, which makes it a little hard to sell. Von Jane, you need 2+ sensors to be hit, so it all can't just be single object contact like a center punch. Dang, you're drinking a margarita. Can I come to your place and drink one? We all need to get together sometime. We need to have a meetup. Once we get like 15, 20,000 subscribers, we'll get a meetup. Car show. Stingray Alley car show. On the screenshot of computer and smaller camera view full screen. Okay, hold on. So it says my audio is much louder on screenshot of your computer, small camera view full screen. Margarita Alley. Is that true?
Yes.
It is true that my camera's. Why?
You switch and it was like.
Let's see. So it's louder when I go like this? Hold on, don't touch nothing. Is it louder when I'm in this screen?
No, the other.
Great for now for audio, but when you swap to full screen, the audio is much quieter when you swap scene. So is it normal right now? It's lower.
So when you show your screen and you
Hold on, Itzy's trying to explain something to me. I know, I understand what they're saying.
So right now it's like normal, but when you switch, it like the microphone, your voice is like.
Why?
Because we had it set up like when you're in the auction, your voice is louder. That's why.
Okay.
So you want me to fix it?
Yeah, let's have Itzy fix this right here. So actually, which is better for you guys? Is this one better, the volume right here, better, or do you like it better when it's louder in the screen? Which is the better volume level? Itzy's telling me because this one's too low. Louder is better. They're both good to me. We have it set up that way because when I go to auctions and it's like playing in the background, so like on Wednesdays. Here, the other one when you have your screen capture. I have it set up this way because on Wednesdays we do live streaming on auctions, and auctions are obviously extremely loud, so my voice has to be louder than the auction, so we have the mic set up on this. Okay, so getting back to this thing, I don't know, I think I have it priced pretty aggressive compared to the other ones. I don't know, we'll have to find out. So,
Switch it from here.
huh?
Like from here, you can.
Well, which way's volume? This way, that way? We'll just leave it alone. Itzy right here, she's got a mask on. She's got a Lilo and Stitch mask. They were asking about you earlier, Itzy. Why don't you get in the screen? Show me your face. You guys realize that she loves Lilo and Stitch. She's got a whole Stitch mask on with Stitch ears. Here, let's see. There she is. Hard to compare their listings though. Almost 200 days over a year, and the other two lower can. They aren't moving all at that price point. Are you familiar with this Burger King? Yeah. I feel it like it'll sell, even being honest about the Carfax with low miles of space. Yeah, it's basically a freaking brand new car. To be honest, I haven't even drove it. I moved it in the dealership, but the lady drove it in. It's got 8,000 miles on it. Everything should work. We bought it. My dad drove her back to her house in it. He drove it back. He said that car is brand spanking new. He said none of us are allowed to drive it because we'll mess it up. And so yeah, I haven't drove it. So yeah, again, it is, like I said, here's one right here, but I priced it at this price, to be honest with you guys. I priced it at $32,500, expecting somebody to try to negotiate with me on that stupid Carfax report. So I think it ends up selling around 31 grand, 30,500. I think that's what it ends up selling for. Cluster swap. Tokyo Collins, we use miles here in America. We use miles, none of that kilometer stuff, man. Yeah, no, all the miles are kilometers in your saying. They all match up perfect. The wreck was 10 years ago, so it's been fixed 10 years ago. But yeah, so I spent a lot of money this last week. Okay, maybe. For maple syrup. So I've actually spent a lot of money this week. Me and Nick, that's in chat, we talked about it. So on that C7 deal, right now I'm out $80,000 just on that deal alone, between the cost of my car and the cost of paying his Camaro off. So I'm out $80,000 on that deal. I bought a '69 Corvette from Warren from YouTube Sunday a week ago, and then I bought that 2011 Corvette. So I'm out over 6 figures in this week in cash. So right now I'm cash poor until some. Oh, and then when I sold my '99 Corvette, which was great, but he got it financed through a bank that doesn't pay me for like 20 or 30 days. So I'm out $16,000 there that I still haven't got paid on. The car's gone. So I'm out money everywhere. So it's time for me to collect some money. I need to collect it. But they're having a classic sale this week. But it looks a little weak. I don't know if they're going to update the cars tomorrow. I mean, today is Memorial Day. So I don't know if they have the weekend off too. But every last Wednesday there's a classic sale at this online auction. They usually have a lot of Corvettes, but they don't seem to have that many right now. They have a 67 Pontiac GTO, which I saw a 65 GTO in my last YouTube video. Did any of you guys watch that? Any of you guys watch that last YouTube video that I posted the other day? Yeah, we got 24 people in here. Pretty cool. 25. Awesome. Yeah, I kind of... Time to do some repos. Don't get Itzy started on that, John. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I figured that'd be pretty cool to start going to some car shows. And our expenses are $80K a month, so got to clear to make a small profit and wait months for our money. Just the way it works, it's frustrating. Yeah, it is a little frustrating, especially when I'm doing stuff I wouldn't normally do. So like I wouldn't normally have taken that 22 Camaro on trade. I don't deal in late model stuff, and I don't put that much money into a Camaro. But I kind of just want to get rid of that C7. It's been there for a while. That guy was very adamant about buying it. So it'll work out. I'm not too worried about it. It's just a little cash poor this week. It's a lot of money to spend in a week and not have much to show for it. But hopefully that guy buys that 76 Corvette tomorrow. That'll be a good chunk put into my bank. He's really serious about it. And Itzy's stepdad, he wants it too. And he's supposed to go to the bank tomorrow and try to get a loan for it. And if he beats the other guy, this pilot will be very upset. So here's this GTO. I've never really been a fan of the GTOs. Alright, so everybody's on here. I need to go to my last video because I reminded myself. I think we need another light on. It's kind of dark in here. How's the light of the camera? It seems kind of dark.
Yeah, you're very pretty dark. Do you want me to turn on the light?
Turn on the lamp.
The lamp or this lamp?
The lamp back there. I need to announce the winner. I talked about it earlier today, but I need to switch back to this camera real quick. But none of y'all guessed it. I knew the C7 Corvette or the ZR1. I knew the ZR1 would have been the favorite, right? So I told Itzy, look, we can't be the ZR1. It's got to be something else. So I like that James Bond car. I didn't know what it was called, but you guys told me it was a Henry J. Henry J. Very unique, very weird. Yeah, send it on over. Send everything over, Nick. Send some ramen too. Yeah, I didn't get to it, but I'm going to go back and see it. So I'm going to announce the winner. I like the Henry J car. That was going to be my pick besides the ZR1. But nobody guessed it. So I have to go with the ZR1. But then I was like, that Chevelle was cool. But the first guy who guessed the ZR1, he even guessed the Chevelle too. So we're going to go into the video and we are going to announce the winner. And I'm going to send whoever that was a t-shirt. I just need to find my video. So let me come over here. Add comment. Yeah, that looks good. My favorite was the white Camaro 6. Yeah, that was a cool one right there. Experience. So I need to find that guy's
How much should good car insurance cost you a month?
Need to find this guy's name and type it in. It was Digibytes. Digibytes was his name. Just need to figure out how to tag him. So I'm on YouTube on my screen right now trying to tag him. I really haven't figured out how to do that stuff yet. And where's I hope Louisiana man's doing okay. He commented on that video. His wife was in the hospital, so hope everything. He's usually on these live streams. Hope he's okay. All right. Tagging at Digibyte. He's got such a long name, this guy. Or Justin. His name is like freaking 5 words for YouTube. Nibble 9486. You are the winner. Go put your info on our website. or IG. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see this thing, but it is freaking long. I know you can't see it, but if you guys go watch that video again, you'll see it. I pinned the comment. I even actually spelled it wrong. Can I edit it? And I guess I should probably go comment under his deal too. But yeah, the Chevelle and ZR1 and that Henry J were my favorites. Those were my top 3. Now, which one would I pick out of 3? Probably a ZR1. But that Henry J was pretty freaking cool. It really looked like a James Bond mobile. The Charger, yeah, the Chargers are really nice. But he commented, I don't know how this guy watched the video so quick, because he like commented in the first freaking couple seconds, and I watched it as soon as I posted it, and there's no way he could have got to that part so fast. So I don't know. My computer's getting a little laggy, actually. You win. So we're gonna go through. If he doesn't respond, just shoot that t-shirt mo. I'll just buy one from you. Well, I appreciate that. You know, Itzy makes all these shirts, right? So she designed all of them. And Nick, I screwed over all you guys in the last live stream. I gave you guys a horrible discount code. It did not work. It did not work. The discount code I gave you guys, I scammed y'all. I'm a scam artist. All right, I'm back. It took me forever to do that. Sorry, guys. All right, let's see what you guys. I have a thing for Hot Rod. They talk. Favorite Chevelle. Yeah, I would love to have a 70 Chevelle 454 big block. Who's been around this channel for so long that they saw a Chevelle? Well, the guy that was in that last video, Jacob. He bought a Chevelle I should have not sold. He bought it. Comment in the chat if you know the Chevelle I'm talking about. It was a white with silver stripe Chevelle, 1969. The baddest car you can get, for real. It had a 572 big block in it. He bought that car. He just won a whole. He put it in the car show that was the next day after that video, and he won it with that car. The Chevelle wasn't in the video, but he put it in the car show the next day. No, if he doesn't respond, buddy. There's a garage up the street from me that has an old car. I'm not sure if that one. He could be telepathic. Could be. You can read the cars. Are you talking about the big friendly giant? Yeah, the big friendly giant. Yeah, I'm talking about Jacob. He does dwarf me in that car. I'm gonna show you guys this. YouTube. This is gonna be really hard to find. Stingray Alley 1969 Chevelle. This guy, Itzy says, I don't know why he stood next to that guy. He makes you look like a midget. He does. He's super tall. This is a cool car I sold. Look how short my hair was. This one I sold that one to Minnesota 3 years ago. This one.
If you've got pink salt, apple cider vinegar,
this is a car I should not got rid of.
And you're not using this recipe yet, you're throwing away your chance to lose weight effortlessly.
Alright guys, we're here with Jacob. He's an excellent customer of mine. He's purchased 2 vehicles so far this year. This is his 3rd one, and it just so happened to be my personal Chevelle. It's a 1970. I didn't want to sell it to him. I told him I didn't want to sell it.
Chevelle, it's a 1971 big block 572, almost 700 horsepower just from the engine. Why'd you buy this car, Jacob?
Look how big
I
that
saw
engine
the video
is.
of it. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. I came over here and looked at it. I knew I wanted it.
He can barely fit in it
Just dressed
too.
up really nicely.
He still hasn't fixed the
builder of this
seat.
put a lot of money and effort into it, and I'm not going to be able to find another vehicle like this in this price range.
And that's exactly why I didn't want to sell it, is because I couldn't find another vehicle in this price range. And shout out to his wife, Katie, right over there.
Yeah, she made the deal happen.
Hire her to be my number one
She had to convince Jacob to buy all the cars he bought from me.
her husband to buy this car, which
But he's a full car guy. Any car show in town, he's there.
one to help you get it. Now come take a look around this
He's
car.
there.
Jacob, you want to fire it up for him?
You got the keys? I don't have them.
Actually, well, she's got the keys right there. Let's hear Jacob fire this bad boy up. I turned it off.
Yeah, it's the same guy, Reggie, same guy.
I'm gonna stand over here so you guys can hear the exhaust.
Oh man. And then this one has a cutoff switch in it too, which he's gonna change it here in a second. But look, that's how he has to ride in it. Oh, it's so loud.
Showing off.
Like my camera or my microphone can't even pick up the sound. It's that
See,
loud.
that's a cutoff switch right there.
But look how big that engine is. 572 is brand new. The guy I got from paid $24,000 for that engine.
Just hold it back up and it'll come off.
Oh, you just felt like Dom Toretto in that car in Fast and Furious. You give it gas and just it just picks up.
Cutoff switch. Or if you want to go drag racing, you hit this button in there. It makes the exhaust open up so much more, and then you can turn it back to normal.
Yeah.
Jacob bought probably one of the best cars we've got for
He
sale
does kinda look
at
like
the
him.
time, and it was a pleasure to
Yeah,
work
he
with
doesn't fit in
Jacob.
it. He doesn't fit in it.
And
But yeah, that's Jacob. He planned to move the seat back. He never did. But he planned to move the seat back. But he's a car guy. He bought a Corvette. He started off. The funny thing is, and that's why you can never judge customers and you always treat them nice. His first car he bought for me last year was a 1991 Buick Riata. Okay? If you guys don't know what that is, I didn't know what it was when we first bought it. But it's like a two-door, small little Buick. I think we sold it to him for we had it online for $59.95. It took a week of him negotiating for him to buy this $5,000 car. I forget the exact price we went down to. It was probably like $5,200, $5,300, $5,400. I don't remember the exact price. But it took a week of negotiating. He's a very tough negotiator. And took a week of that. Well, about a month later, he comes in and buys a $15,000 C6 Corvette. Awesome. And then I had to take his truck on trade, and he's still real tough on that. And then I buy that Chevelle. So we went from negotiating really tough for a $5,000 car. Then we went to a $15,000 car. And then 2 months later I get the Chevelle. And he's buying this high dollar Chevelle like nothing. So you can never gauge. So you don't know what somebody's budget range is or what their whole situation is. So you don't know. But, yeah, there's not really too much interesting stuff yet at this classic car auction. I thought they sold this car. I don't know why it's back. There's a 280Z. It's kind of weird. Yeah, he's a really great customer. He's a little awkward, but he's a really great guy. Especially like on camera, he doesn't like to say much, but once you get him talking, he loves cars. He really is a great guy. He owns him and his wife own a trading card shop, like for Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, anime stuff. That's what they do. Pretty popular shop here in town. I got a lot of friends that go to it. Not a lot of friends, but my cousin and one friend that do it. It's my dad. Should we take a call from my dad? Hello?
Hey, Sean.
What's up, Dad? What are you at the car lot for?
I'm up here working. Mine's been up here working for a few hours.
Oh, yeah? Doing what?
They've been back to the oyster deal.
What oyster deal?
They went and ate oysters today, didn't you?
No, that was yesterday on accident.
No, on accident.
Yeah, I thought it was like a Crackle Barrel place, but it was a seafood place.
They get Cracker Barrel. It's called Landry, just like the one downtown, you goofball.
I said Landry's Kitchen. I thought it was like kitchen food.
You're retarded. Hey, I'm going to San Antonio in the morning. They've got a 14 Corvette Z51. It's same color as one we just sold. Red, black wheels, black spoiler in the back. 52,000 miles on it. What do you think we're going to get for that?
I don't know. Kind of broke right now.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, let's see. He said it's a 14.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah. Well, 14 is not the best year for those.
Yeah, but we got to have one. Don't make a difference.
Is it? It's not a convertible. He said it's a hardtop.
Hardtop. Got this little black spoiler on the back. Black wheels. Z51. 52,000 miles on it. I'm thinking probably going to get about 28 grand for it.
Is it? Yeah, it's probably high 20s wholesale.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
But yeah.
We're gonna have some Corvettes so we can nitpick the price and all that kind of stuff. We ain't got none. We ain't making no money on them. But it looks like a pretty nice car. It's a green light car. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking.
I'm pulling it up on the deal right now. See if I can see it. How come you just don't do that at the house?
I like coming up here. Your mom had to move all this cabinet stuff and all this file cabinets.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Bobby.
Here's Itzy.
Hey, Itzy.
How are you?
So you guys are hearing my dad on live stream.
Did you see all the oysters I ate yesterday?
Alright, here's the Corvette he's talking about.
I ate 6 yesterday, so I'm gonna order that dozen below.
See if we can copy this.
But it was pretty good. Oh, Johnny, thank you for the invite.
Thank you for the invite.
Mr. Well, you were sleeping at the time that we went.
We gotta be horses.
Oh. And we are live on YouTube. We are live.
If anything, I have to ground him.
To Bobby's followers.
Hey, this is Bobby R. Moore, Sr. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following. We'll give y'all got some inside information that other car dealers will not give you. And check us out. Come buy a car from us.
Yeah, actually, MMR on it's kind of high for some reason. Well, it's a 3LT, so it's the highest package, I guess.
3LT, yeah, it's 3LT.
Yeah, MMR on it is 36 grand.
Oh, well, we ain't getting that much kind of money for it.
Yeah. So
We gotta sell that son of a bitch.
yeah, so it's probably gonna sell. There's one that sold for 51,000 miles, sold for 34.5. Yeah, 49,000 sold for 34 grand. So I don't know, probably bring somewhere around 34 grand.
Okay. Well, if I get up there, I'll run the computer. You can pull it up if you want to on San Antonio Auto Auction, but if it's clean and what have you, I got a green light on it. I'm gonna try to buy it.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I guess if you can get it as cheap as you can.
Oh, sure. That's okay.
It's actually got a lot of owners, actually.
Oh, really? How many owners it has?
5.
Right.
No, but
We'll see what happens.
okay.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. Well, let's get back to your live studio deal.
All right.
see you tomorrow afternoon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah. I don't like when my dad wants to buy C7s. I really don't. Because he doesn't look at anything. He looks at no values, no comparisons, no nothing. If he wants it, he's gonna buy it and he's gonna pay all the money for it. So I don't really like when he buys C7s because he pays a ton of money for them.
Which color is it?
And red. He wants to buy everything red. Yeah, that was the call for the heads up.
This is why it's lagging. Look at a lot of.
Hey. He wants to buy every red car. So I guess we may have a red C7 coming in stock. Who knows?
You get rid of one and we get another.
I mean, it looks almost exactly like the one we just sold, so people are going to get confused. But whatever. Yeah, he was just calling to give me a heads up. People walk around and pay cash for brand new trucks and dirtiest overalls. Yeah, exactly. You just never know. You never know. But let's get back to some of the stuff they got coming up in here. 280Z, it's automatic. Don't want that. It's getting a little slow around here. Yeah, it's lagging pretty good, my computer. If you got that car for 30 or a little less, how much shipping would be? So that car he was talking about would have been, what the hell is this? Mercedes. No, that shipping on that car wouldn't be bad at all because it's just a couple of hours away. Shipping on that thing would be about $150. So shipping wouldn't be for that. That car probably won't sell for $30K. It's probably going to sell, knowing my dad, he's probably going to spend $35,000 on it, $36,000. Got some Jeeps. They have another IROC Z28, which I kind of have to buy because they haven't failed me yet. Every time I buy an IROC, here we go. Every time we buy an IROC, it's the most popular thing in the world for some reason. So here's a blacked out IROC Z28, 49,000 miles on it. So the first one I bought was the 5.0. Last one I bought was a 5.7 liter. This one's a 5.0 again. So here we go. I mean, I'll probably have to end up, was that a Chevelle right next to it? Yep. I'll probably have to end up buying this thing again. No leather. Yeah, these ones are the tuned port engines, I believe. The most popular car, yeah, tuned port. The most popular car ever. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, they look really cool. I get it. They look really cool. It looks, it has a great salesman to push his purchase. Yeah, he is lucky on that part. That's what he always says. He says, son, I don't care what I got to pay for them. You'll just sell them. So, yeah, it's my job, I guess, to get us out of them. Yeah, let's check out the interior again. So the front bumper is cracked. Yeah, it does look blue. It looks like a grayish blue. The interior, yeah, it's definitely gray blue. But I don't know. Every single one of these cars I bought, I've sold it the next day. And I think they have another one too running. But thank you for that compliment, Josh. I appreciate it. They have a blue one. They sold this car too. They sold this little Mazda. So I don't know. maybe they returned it or what have you. I don't know how you return it, but they had this 91 that looks pretty cool. I think it's got a lot of miles on it. Fuel coupe, blue stereos, factory glass, mostly original. I think this one had like 140 on the miles. Alright, so this one, the paint looks a little faded. Yeah, no, the other one did not have T-tops. I think that's why these are so popular. Okay, the front bumper is different color, but I think it's because everybody reminisces about them, or they had them in high school or wanted it in high school. And I don't know. What's this? We just got a loan application on my 2022 Camaro. We'll check that out here in a second. I mean, it looks like an okay car. 143 on the miles. The engine looks a little rough. Needs to get cleaning to it, I guess. But I don't know. It has an exhaust leak for sure. Got a hole in the exhaust. So I don't know. We'll take a look at it if it's cheap enough. Paint faded on. I'm gonna make a note. Front bumper. I can never spell exhaust right. I always put the U and A backwards. Exhaust hole. How much are you gonna? Well, I haven't bought it yet, John, so I don't know. Do you like this ground kit better? Or do you like the other ground kit? I like the first one much better. I've never sold a Grand National. Here's one right here. They sell for a lot of money. That's why. And I don't want to put that much money into one. So like this car, well, this one has some miles on it, so. They had a few that sold, and this one looks a little rough. They had a few here a few months ago that they sold, and they brought some good money on them. And I don't know, the money that I would have to spend to get this car, I would rather put that into a Corvette, is my problem when it comes to this kind of stuff. I know they're popular, they're unique, but I'd rather put my money in a Corvette. Yeah, I like the first IROC much better. Loose rings like driving Foxback. We got to start looking for rust in those cars. Yes, ready, but hot thing. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar made them real popular during that Super Bowl. So there's that. Then they have a. Yeah, it's hard to do this without my mouse. They have another one. No, that's in California. They have the super crazy pace car Corvette. This one. I've always wanted to buy one of these cars, just how crazy they look. So it's only in 1998. They're all convertibles, I believe. They got the crazy paint scheme. Yeah, you know, they are ugly. People hate them, but I don't know. It's just one of those cars that's just wild. It'd be cool to have. It'd be cool to have. I want to buy one, but they still sell for a lot of money. And I'm probably not going to buy this one because this one has an odometer issue. Because I think it has 14,000 miles on it. Yeah, 14,066. But somebody fat fingered the odometer in the service department. Now it has history problems. So like you see title problems, odometer problems, not actual miles according to auto check. So I don't know. This would be like another. It would be another my C6 situation, to where everything's fine on it, but the history report says it's not. But this history report, somebody probably just fat fingered a digit and threw everything off. You could probably get it fixed, but it's going to take a few months. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I tell you what's more popular than the Corvettes is these Trans Ams. These Firebirds, WS6s. Look at MMR on this thing. $17,000 for 46,000 miles. So I'm going to actually, because you guys can't see this next thing I'm going to do. So I told you guys, somebody just applied on our 2022 Corvette, or Camaro. I'm used to saying Corvette. Let's see if they get approved on it. Because I want to see what the deal is anyways, because nobody's applied on it yet. Camaro's going fast. I hope so. Did you guys do anything this Memorial Day? You guys just relax, or did you guys go out to a pool or beach or anything? Yeah, you'll get there one of these days, John. You'll get there one of these days. It ain't gonna happen overnight. You worked? Yeah, no, you just got out of Walmart. I think with the economy at the moment, that Camaro is gonna be a good thing for you. Hopefully. Hopefully. Alright. I'm trying to sign in, but my computer is being really, really laggy. All the tabs are closed, Itsy. She keeps telling me close tabs. Hey, look, you can see my dog in the back corner. She's being good today. Chilling, flying out of this Sunday. You're going to Italy? Ah, make sure you get the gabagoo. Get the gabagoo. It's right here. Yeah, we need some rain down here in Texas. It's getting really, really droughty. Everything's drying up. But yeah, Italy would be cool. How long are you staying out there for? Let's see. Let's refresh this thing. Let's try here in New Jersey too. Yeah, it's very dry. I think it sprinkled a few weeks ago, but that was the first sprinkle in like ever. So yeah, we need some rain down here in Texas. And summer's starting to kick up. It's been over 80 degrees all past couple weeks. Some wine and some fresh bread and some gabagoo. Here. Yeah, now my bank thing is not acting up right. You know, I'm not a big fan of wine either. I'm not a big fan of wine at all. help with anything.
Oh.
Alright. Now you can just give it to me for free and I'll drive it. Yeah, maybe. One of these days, John, we'll have to do when this channel gets really big, we'll have to do a giveaway for John to have a car. I say when we get 100,000, yeah, tequila. That's all I like to drink is tequila. Tequila is all I can drink, really. I'm trying to find this guy's application in this system, but it hasn't been working very well for me lately. You have my iPad, Itzy? I just got a message from so I just got a message on my website. It says, hey, I'm Digi by or Justin Nip, the guy that won the t-shirt. He spelled out his whole YouTube name. And he says, I'm on YouTube. I won. I knew it had to be the ZR1. So he just reached out. Glad he sold the deal. No, John just needs a car. And he just started working, so he's saving up for one. What bottles do you purchase? I'll tell you what I just purchased as far as tequila. I paid a lot for it. Well, I bought one for one of my friends too. But I just bought the Talisman tequila. I haven't tried it, obviously, because it hasn't got here. But it's Tristan Tate. He just came out with a tequila brand, so I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy it and try it out. So, Talisman. We're going to see how that goes, if he's making any good tequila. But ideally, if I go to the bar, I don't really drink at the house that much. Itzy's stepdad owns a vodka company, so really the only bottles I have here is vodka that I got for free. And if I go to a bar or something, I'll just get Patron. I can make at least 2,000 with that. Yeah, it's a one. Come back more for you. Maybe I can earn it. Yeah, so let's get to 100,000 subscribers on this channel, and then we'll do a giveaway for John for a car. That's the goal. Because by then, I should make a decent amount on YouTube. This is so weird that my I'll have to talk to I'm trying to jack with the bank because I told you some guy. Do you ever drink Johnny Blue? No, I don't. There we are. There's Digi by or just see. Look, you guys look in chat. Look at this. Look at his. You know, Digi. I just got your message. You have the longest YouTube name for me to spell out. Yeah, my dog is asleep back there. Congratulations on winning. And change your YouTube name because it took me forever to type it out. But yeah, congratulations, man. We'll get it. Let me pull it up right here. Okay. I'm messaging you back right now, Michael. If you're still in here, send me. Okay, you like crypto? Don't get me started on that, man. I love crypto. Digibuy is the first cryptocurrency I bought in 2017. Do you just bite or nibble? I doubt it's going. Is it still going good? Is that crypto still going good? I'm big into Ethereum and Bitcoin and bag holding Cardano. But I just replied to you. It's probably in your junk or spam. But I need send me your shirt size, and then I need a mailing address, and I'll get you over one. Okay? So we'll get that going. I guess I'll have to manually run this application. I just want to see on stream if this Camaro was a good idea or not. He has $1,000 down. That's not a good sign. It's never a good sign. But you never know. Okay, did it go to your junk folder, or did it go to your spam, or did it go to your regular mail? Because sometimes people don't get my messages. And yeah, like I said earlier, never judge your customer, but you probably don't. Yeah, that's why I never judge. That's why I'm running it right now. But yeah, Bitcoin. I really messed up. I wasn't making that much YouTube videos at the time, but I had I'm sure there's some videos back a couple years ago of it, but I had a 65 Shelby Cobra kit car, and it was my personal car. I had it for a while, and I had a whole bunch of money in crypto, mainly Ethereum. Everything started tanking. Bitcoin started to get around 25,000. I said, you know what? Let me sell my Cobra and I'll buy a Bitcoin. Sold my Cobra. Never bought a Bitcoin. I kept waiting for it to get lower and lower and lower and lower, and I just never bought it because I was too greedy. It fell to 20,000. I was gonna buy one at 25. And I said, nah, I'll be smart. I'll buy it at 20. So I put $20,000 on an exchange. I got to 20. I said, you know what? Why would I buy at 20? I'm a smart guy. I'll wait for it to get to 15, because it's got to go to 15,000. If it's falling this bad, it's probably going to go to 10,000. But I'll be smart and buy it at 15. Well, Bitcoin falls to 15,800. Didn't buy it. And well, Bitcoin was like at 112,000 here this past week. So I am retarded. Okay, awesome. Came to your regular mail. That's great. So yeah, just reply to that, and I'll get your t-shirt sent out to you tomorrow. I still have Bitcoin. I just don't have as much as I should. I have a lot of Ethereum that I've been holding for like freaking 4 years. It needs to start doing something. And the guy I bought my 69 Corvette from, he's a huge Bitcoin investor. He loves Bitcoin. I told him just to go buy Bitcoin with the money I sent him. Done crypto land is solid investment as well, aren't they? They aren't making no more land. I don't know, Josh. They're going to open up federal land here in America for housing, so that's getting more land. You go down to the little islands all over the place. They're building land on top of the ocean, sea islands. They're only making 21 million Bitcoin that I can send in an instant. I can cash it in an instant. Land, you're locked into it. So I don't know. I'm not saying land's a bad investment. I'm just saying I like something that's liquid. Just gotta wait longer for land. Well, the good thing about land is Bitcoin can fall 50% in one day.
Do you want more?
I'm okay. And it's happened. I've been in crypto where it's fallen 40-50% in a day, and it makes you want to throw up. Like, throw up. That's half the reason I sold my Cobra, to recoup some of the money I was down. I mean, I guess you're not down till you sell. I've never sold for a loss, but on paper it looks bad. Yeah, cars can be great. I mean, imagine all the people that bought these older Corvettes, these Chevelles, Corvette, big block, 63, 67, Mustangs, you know, Barracudas, all that stuff that bought brand new for $6,000, $7,000, some $4,000, and they're all over $100,000. So, yeah, they can be great. Or even like markets, you can trade markets. Sometimes like Ferraris get hot and Lamborghinis get cold. And then Lamborghinis get hot and Ferraris get cold. The Porsche market is just crazy right now. So, yeah, if you can figure out the trends, cars are really well. Islands in the Dubai. You're correct. Going to Dubai, just like Corpus, right. Yeah, exactly. Land, like I said, I've never been a real estate guy, but land, obviously, that's real estate's created the most millionaires out of any business ever, at least in America. So obviously, there's something to it, but you have to know what you're doing. Sorry, I'm manually putting in this guy's application right now. And my computer's taking forever. Oh yeah, it's crazy, that Porsche market. It is crazy. She's a great car salesperson. She's a great car salesperson. I need her to sell some more cars. Alright, what's this guy do? Alright, select. Okay, tire. Okay, so he's a business owner, this guy. He owns Select Tire and Automobile Service in Corpus Christi, Texas. Yeah, I need her closing all the deals I let slip through the cracks. Because believe it or not everybody likes me. There may be some customers that don't vibe with how you do it, and you switch them off to somebody else, and maybe they do it. I remember one time, and this was like a long time ago, must have been like 6, 7, 8 years ago. I had a guy come in, he had a horrible attitude. He like really bad attitude, and I forget what it was. He didn't like me at all, which was so weird. And he got to the point, can I just have, I need to speak with the owner of the place. I was like, okay, sir, I'll go get him. So I walk away and I come back. What can I help you with? And then he's like, oh, you own the place? Yeah. Then he changed his whole attitude. But some people are kind of like that. That song C10s right now is 72. Yeah, the owner. So I walked away and came back. The C10 market, I can tell you I sold a really, now I don't know that generation because I'm not big into trucks, but I sold a yeah I get a lot of troll comments, so I don't get that many on YouTube, but go check out my Facebook. So we have like 4,000. Yeah, I can't imagine Walmart customers. I'm sure you guys deal with a lot of headaches. But we have 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is awesome. You guys are really nice. Sometimes we get some hate comments, especially on the shorts, because this goes out all over the place. I know the bubblegum one you're talking about, that was funny. But on Facebook, I get murdered on Facebook. We have 17,000 followers on Facebook, and our videos get hundreds of thousands of views. So like the same reels I post on YouTube that get a couple thousand views, they get like 15, 20, 30, sometimes 100,000 views on Facebook. And I get murdered in the comments. Instagram's okay. Instagram's by far the least engaging platform that we have, but I like YouTube the best personally. But yeah, I can't imagine dealing with Walmart customers. Give you a headache, I'm sure. Yeah, all publicity is good publicity. Yeah. yeah, it takes definitely takes some thick skin posting videos that reach that many people, because it's so funny. I could post the same video on here and you'll get a complete different response on YouTube than Instagram and Facebook. Well, the perfect example is when I posted my brother buying that or like negotiating on that BMW a couple months ago, and everybody on Facebook was saying that we lowballed him, like lowballed him hard. So that video blew up saying that we're lowballers. I posted that same video on here saying that we overpaid for it, that we offered way too much money for the car, and it's just like everybody argues about everything. I could say that this pin's blue and there'll be people arguing that it's black. Okay, I finally finished this guy's application and it does not look like he's gonna get approved. Let's see here. Yeah, no self-checkouts. Some people just love trolling, or maybe had a couple of drinks come. I think that some people do they're drunk and see something and comment. All right, let's see here. So this bank that I use for people with credit troubles, they really hate it when you have bad credit and you're self-employed. That's like 2 stabs to the heart. So this guy's self-employed and does not have, it's under 500. So let's see what kind of down payment would even make this thing work, sort of. Yeah, they're I'm telling you, I can post the same video in 3 different places and you'll get 3 different responses. Self-employed, I'm in the package of delivering goods, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Amazon packages. Amazon. Alright, so this guy would have to put down like 15 grand. I'm on the bank deal right now. This guy, yeah, he'd have to put down like $15,000. He doesn't even qualify for the longer term either. Yep, that's going to be the problem with this Camaro, is I'm going to get so many people applying on it, more than likely, that I'm going to have to make a lot of phone calls saying that they're either not approved or they got to put a big chunk of change down. So I gotta make a note in my system to call him tomorrow. It's 15K down. Yeah, I just saw your deal right here. Yeah, my dad, he doesn't have any. So my dad doesn't have any social media either. He uses my mom, my mom's Facebook. But yeah, definitely, if I didn't have to post all the time, I don't think I'd probably have. Like, I've never had a TikTok. I probably wouldn't have one personally, but it definitely takes up a lot of time, and you can spend hours looking at stupid stuff. I know I do. on some Sunday mornings. But yeah, YouTube is definitely the best platform I like to spend the time on. But I do spend most of the day on Facebook because that's where we sell most of our cars. So with customers app like this one, he is applying to finance through you or bank. So I don't, if you guys ever watch my shorts, at least not the ones, so I make a lot of shorts for my YouTube videos, right? But then I also make a lot of shorts advertising a car or like special programs I have going on for people that live locally. So what I'm known for in-house financing in my city, where if somebody's got bad credit, I'll in-house finance them. But they don't understand that's for cheaper priced cars, not for a $45,000 car. I'm not going to in-house finance that. So I get a lot of people that come and try to buy the Corvettes and sports cars and classics and want me to finance it personally. The app. So when I get cars in that range, I use a bank that does help people in like the 500 range, 600 range, even high 400 sometimes on cheaper cars. I will send the high price stuff through a bank. I won't finance it personally. So when they do apply with me, I do think they're wanting me to finance it personally, which is not going to happen on a $45,000 car. But they don't really have any Corvettes other than this. There's a couple of C6s. They ran this one already too, I think, this Camaro Z28. I did try to buy this. If you guys watched my live stream last week, I tried to buy this car. It was only me and one other guy bidding on it. I think me and him bid it up to $12,000. They wanted $16,000. I offered $13,000. And they still didn't take it. It's got 12 owners. Yeah, exactly. So if like somebody came in with like I have a lot of cars like that. 2013 Cadillacs, 2010 Explorer, Toyota Corollas, Honda Civics. Yeah, I'll in-house finance that, but not my sports cars. But people get them confused. That Toyota Supra, I don't know. He doesn't have very good luck selling those cars at this auction. A salvaged Lamborghini Gallardo. Let's take a look at that. Salvage history. Does not run. Does not run. You know who we're missing? We're missing Louisiana Man. And we're missing Badass 1G. But Louisiana Man says wife's in the hospital, so he wanted us to keep her in prayers and stuff. What's it missing? Is it missing something? The hell's missing from here? It's missing a lot more than that. Look at this. Yeah, so on the buy here, pay here stuff, you don't want to have too much money tied up into one person. So, like, right now, cars aren't cheap. So, like, before COVID, our average cost in our buy here, pay here car was $4,500. You get $1,000 down. You only have $3,000 left in it. Now our average cost is probably $8,000, and the down payments are now $1,500. So you went from having $3,000 in a car to, $6,500, $6,000, $7,000. So it's killed as much cars as you can sell. This one looks pretty cool. Sheep looks pretty cool. Yeah. Good one. Good auto check. Yeah, that Lamborghini is gonna come a good auto check. This Jeep looks pretty cool though. Rare gun in summertime, and I live right there on the ocean. Low mileage, factory Jeep, Rubicon, diamond stitch, custom interior. Blah, blah, blah. I wish it was on here more often. I'm oil field worker, so don't have a set schedule. Basically, on call unless I'm on vacation. I try to watch everything later if I miss it. Yeah, appreciate that. And I do need to be more consistent on when I post things. This is a good looking Jeep. When I post things, this is weird. I've never seen a Jeep like this. Have you guys ever seen a Jeep like this? I need to have like a schedule that can make it easier for people to watch stuff. It's got dual exhaust. That's weird. Dual exhaust. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's true. Good catch. You always catch like the weird stuff that I miss, Reggie. I think Jeep on your list with. Yeah, that was from last week. I don't think they sold it. These Cadillacs are pretty nice. I'll have to watch that. So this auction's on Wednesday. I hope they put some more cars on here, classics. These are pretty cool little cars. But they did have like a, I think they had one C6 maybe. Yeah, that interior is a little wild. It takes somebody special for that. Never buy one of these cars again. Well, I never bought one. I tried to sell one for somebody. Horrible car to get rid of. Very expensive maintained Maserati. Depreciation on those was insane. That's a very expensive car that's worth nothing. No, I don't. I think we sell some cars at Copart, but never buy any. Usually like the repos. Yeah, no other Corvettes. So far the only Corvettes running this week, besides C8s, it's like I think there's 2 C6s or 3 C6s, but one of them's as is. Now we're getting pretty freaking slow. Let's see here. All right, so you got that pace car. You have this 105 I tried to buy. They got this confused. Some pictures confused there. Then they got this one right here. It's a 08, 44,000 miles, red convertible. Oh, almost like the C5 I just sold, just the C6 model. So, I don't know. This one was selling mid-20s. But I can guarantee if my dad buys that red C7, I'm not even going to think about buying this car. No, I don't. An 07 Z06, Z06 with 42 up here, 42,000 at a dealership. Yellow, 42,000 miles. I don't know, the miles may be a little killer on that one. I don't know. I know there was a lot of issues with the heads on the Z06s. I don't know when they got that corrected, so you got to make sure the heads are changed out. Do you ever buy unfinished projects like classics? No, I don't. One, because at least down here it's so expensive for people to even try to put them back together. So, and I don't really have the time to stay on top of somebody to do it. So that's the problem about trying to restore cars, keeping on top of the guy restoring it to continue it. Like our car hauler. You guys haven't seen my car hauler in ever, probably, within the last year. I have a whole car hauler that we use to pick up cars and stuff, and you guys haven't seen in any of the videos because it's been in the paint shop for almost a year, and before that it was in another paint shop for a year and a half. So yeah, it's kind of hard to get stuff restored down here. But I think we're going to sign off here, guys, because my computer's being super laggy. We've been going on for about 2 hours. So it was great chatting with you guys, and I'm probably going to go live Wednesday morning for the auction. So maybe around 10 o'clock or so. Yeah, I know, 2 hours, it flew by. So my computer is like dying on its last legs. But will I be on tomorrow? No, I probably won't live stream tomorrow. I'll post a couple of videos and stuff, but no live streams. Live stream Wednesday morning, more likely than not. So appreciate it, guys. You guys are awesome. Have a great night. Eat some food, get some sleep, and let's get started this week. So y'all take care.